Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. There's always that issue of conference pride and keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man and they convert. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He'll take the deep shot. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Movement here from the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Tries again to get it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Important play coming on this opening day. It's 3rd and goal. Quarterback checking the play. Wide out in motion. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Corners are going to bail. The give to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. He's loose. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Green Wave. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Firing to the right, complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes a grab enough for the 1st. At the 45, on its way. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Longhorns are in the hurry up. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
From the gun, running back on the move. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that. He
wants to pass it on second down. He's got it. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Tulane 7, Texas 3.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break.
Let's go! Terrier! Terrier! Lion! Lion! Gaucho!
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the pass is intercepted. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you gotta have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Man, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He makes a catch. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings, shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game.
Oh, look out! Oh, that's him grabbing air. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
And sometimes you go, man, what a play by that guy. Like he carried people or he broke tackles or his speed, and that time I'm like, Palmer, where is the defense?
I think it's too many guys being selfish, David. I think it's guys getting out of their gap. Everyone's trying to be a me guy, a hero, get the stat, maybe get the sack, get upfield, but you've got to play team defense. 11 guys doing their job. They did not get it done there.
They'll throw it from the red zone. He makes the connection. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, and they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there. They create a negative play.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. Super Frog was flexing all game too, as complete a win as they've had for some time. The circle
it complete to the right. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Quarterback checking off. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
They're going to ride this running back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
What a nice run there. And I tell you, Texas has always been a place where there have been outstanding running backs. This guy is the next in line. He's got vision, he's got speed, he's got power. It always seems like it takes multiple defenders to bring him down. Huge weapon in this offense.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. From the gun. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, the ground game. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
On 3rd down, going up top. Working the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Now from inside the red zone. Finds his target down the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. It's complete to the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They keep attacking through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away.
Texas.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. coming out to go on the attack. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll haul it in right around the logo. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
It's a reverse. Smashes through. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
A little surprising that they didn't go for 2, but they're still down by a point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. They're working that left side. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's going to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
One more snap coming before halftime. Handoff to the fullback. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Defense going to call a timeout here and give the kicker a little something to think about. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And it's right down the boulevard. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Texas 13.
The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half.
Texas.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. Got a lot of running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run the option. Picks up the first down, still moving. He got past the sticks and slides to a stop, but there is a flag on the play. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. These corners backing off a bit. On 2nd down, wants to throw. He'll fire to his right. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Motion from the offense. Now on the option. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now on the move. Touchdown, Tulane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll
Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. And he's out of bounds at the 2. Almost a pick six, but they're set up on the doorstep.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. On the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yardage situations, the goal-to-go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense. Forcing a 3rd and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Quarterback extends the play. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Tulsa rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
This time on target. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Slips a tackle. Fires downfield. And it's incomplete way downfield in the deep. To the occasion.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the 2nd half to build on your 2 possession.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the
Touchdown, Green Wave! And they take it in for 6 more points. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Texas, 13.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man to the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. Coming after it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This offense has a second down play.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He wants to throw it again. Working that left side now. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on down.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Handoff to the single back. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Want to talk about a monster performance? This guy now has 150 yards rushing. The defense has had no answer for this guy, and he's showing you why he is such a weapon in this offense. Speed, the ability to catch the ball, the vision, the quickness. He's got all the tools in the toolbox. Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20.
Yankee blue. Clear. Clear. Pilot. Pilot. Ready, go.
Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Longhorns in the hurry up.
Tuna. Tuna. Griffin. Griffin. Go.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Got his man quickly. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas! Ready to try the point after. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he's going to run it back. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The play action fake. Unleashes one. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Green Wave. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. The Pandas managed to get the win in a close one this week, and they just shook up the college football world. And to do it on the road, no less. Just incredible. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's picked off again. His night vision vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
The option look. Now the pitch. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
On second down, he'll fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Nice sack by the defense. Great job getting to him, getting him on the ground. That's the fourth sack of the day. This defense have had some bright moments, but they've also given up some big plays. Keep rushing the quarterback, but keep that coverage intact in the back end.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. You got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Here's a return from midfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Beebe.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to move it through the air. Fires left. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
And that's what the defense is supposed to do. Stretch the ball out, making sure that it doesn't go north and south. Push it towards the sidelines, push it towards the sidelines. Eventually the ball carrier ran out of space, had to run out of bounds.
Backing up on the first 2 plays. Now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to let it go. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He looks that one in nicely. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if it...
Touchdown, Tulane! And the pummeling has started.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On second down, he'll let it fly. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got him downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That grab puts him over 3,000 yards for his career.
That's impressive because every week he's got a target on his back. Defenses know the quarterback is looking his way, and still, David, this guy's been able to dice up coverages. 3,000 yards is a big number.
And that speaks to his talent, man. Like, the ability to make plays on the football, consistently catch the ball. Just 3,000 yards is a big number, big-time accomplishment, and it's had some big-time trust from his coaches and his players.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Spider. 4-2, Spider. Go.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Got it set up on the outside. At the 45 on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. There's time on the clock. Keep trying to score.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And here comes the offense on second down. They They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Tulane.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. It is perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just a mean guy. We waited so